Yo, what's happening, man? It's your boy Papa Duck back with another video. And yes, this video is sponsored by Ubuntu Apparel. Listen, man, to anybody that went on the website, that bought a sweatsuit, shirt, a hat, anything, man, I know how far I came with this. And for it to go from an idea to y'all helping me bring it to reality, thank y'all so much for the support. Thank you. Okay? Now, let's talk about social norms. What are social norms? This is when society teaches you what to do and what not to do based off people's behavior. But we're going to talk about where these behaviors are coming from, or who are telling these people to do this, which trickle down to us seeing it and we start doing it without you even knowing it, okay? So basically, social norms are when society tells you what you should wear, what you shouldn't wear, or what's cool and what ain't cool. You know what I'm saying? What you can do, what you shouldn't do. You go to contradicting and going against your own beliefs on what you want to do based off what the herd or what society tells you to do and not to do. These things are put in place by the higher ups. And this is why I keep telling you TV, radio, and all these things are put in place because those are the machines that they use to get to millions of people at once. You know, remember back in the day, they used to go to the town, ring the bell, and everybody come to the square. That's on some Masonic shit right there. Everybody comes to the square and they read the notes so everybody get the information. Fast forward, they move to radios. Fast forward, they move to television, which gives you a more broader example of what they're trying to do to us. Stay up with me. We went from walking to the square, reading the letter, to radios, getting in our ears. Now we got TV, not social media. This is finna get real interesting. I want you to understand this, right? There's a law called the law of the mind. This is where feelings and ideas are attached to thoughts and it forms systems within you. What does that mean in layman's terms? That means whatever you are fascinated with or whatever you put energy on, you become, or attention, you become. You become these things. This is a law, a universal law. Think about this. Who told women that BBLs or getting their butt done was the thing to do? I didn't tell them. You didn't tell them. TV didn't tell them. There's not a class that they took that told them. They saw what other people were doing. And this is just an example. This go for men. This go for children. This go for everybody in the world. I just use the women with the BBL thing because it's a big thing. You have to understand who is telling these people this. Matter of fact, who has the power to do that? Social media, the powers that be. They're going to keep our minds on these things, and we don't understand that we start to mimic these things by what they're putting in front of us. Social media, the influencers, the TV stars, the this, the that, right? They're putting these people in front of us doing certain things. We start to mimic it. Remember, social norms. We start to see this person do it. Oh, then that person start doing it. And I see. So we're teaching each other these behaviors and don't even know it. I don't think you heard me, bro. I told you, bro, study psychology. Think about what I just said. When you speak of law of the mind, what is that? Whatever you are fascinated with, you become, right? But who's giving you the ideas to be fascinated with? The powers that be. They're going to put the big booty women on social media. They're going to put the dudes with the money. They're going to put the rappers. They're going to put them all under this light. And we just sitting there watching it. Then we start mimicking it. We start doing it. Because we think if you ain't got a car, a chain, or if your booty don't look like this, or you don't look like this in the face, then you are not accepted. They are creating this amongst us. Remember, social norms. We are doing this to each other, showing each other this, and we're teaching each other that, nope, you don't look like that, you should look like this. Nope, if your booty ain't this, it should look like that. And we're participating in, and we don't even know it. You see how that works? Simple. You see how that works? This is when a lot of people go to speak against what's going on in the world. They don't have a clue on why. I told y'all, you must first own something as a culture. You don't own nothing. I did a video when I was talking about, the preacher that was saying he hate hip hop and woo, and all I was saying was, it's not the fact you should hate hip hop. You should hate the people that is promoting hip hop with millions of dollars through all these different platforms, right? that trickles down to us because we don't have the power or the magnitude to reach the world like they do. We have to blame them. So when these kids sign these deals and go out here talking about shooting and killing, where did they get that from? Did they get it from you? I too was under that same spell. I used to rap about that same stuff, but I don't no more. Where are they getting it from? There's no representation of what a rapper looks like that don't rap about shooting and killing. Not on a broad scale. You may see here and there, yeah. But we're talking about on the broad scale to where most people are going to watch. That's why I say you got to pay attention to the Super Bowls. You got to pay attention to these big ceremonies that they have on TV. Because remember, ceremonies are where they perform rituals. This is when most people are watching. This is when they got everyone's attention. So I'm not talking about rappers who got a small audience, not to throw no shade up, but y'all get what I'm saying. They're going to promote the ones that's going to keep us in limbo. They're going to promote the sexy reds. They're going to keep promoting the niggas who talking about shooting and killing and this and that. And therefore, we see that and we mimic that. Now, if you're in a certain age bracket, you may perceive this differently. But what if you were 17 growing up in today's world? Based off when you were 17, if you 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, totally different when you were 17. But think about today. These kids are being raised by social media. Now, remember, you can't hit them. You can't discipline them. It's a lot you can't do that was done to us. And that comes from the power that be. You have to think, bro, this world is the matrix, bro. It is set up to do just what it's doing. Think about it. Now, from a psychological standpoint, you may not know this. Remember that law of mind. Whatever you are infatuated with, you become. If that's attention, you're going to do everything for attention. But where does that idea come from? This is what I want you to take from this video. Who the fuck told you your booty got to look like this? Or your abs got to look like this, dog? Or you got to do this. You got to drive this car. You got to be around these certain people. You got to wear these certain clothes. Who told you this? There wasn't a class that taught you this. No one said, hey, you got to wear makeup. You got to wear lashes. No shade. I'm not throwing no shade, but I'm just showing y'all how easy it is to control millions of people when you control the perception. And if we own TV stations, radio stations, and all these different things, radio companies, record companies, we can change the narrative. Instead of painting our people in a negative light, we can show them what it looks like to be a woman. You don't have to wear makeup. You don't have to get your butt done. You don't. Out of all things in the world, this is what we're focusing on. And this is why we're losing. Because for one, we don't understand what's going on. This is another silent weapon for a quiet war. Go get the book. Silent Weapons for Quiet Wars. So what I'm trying to show y'all is this. People ain't stupid. Black people aren't dumb and ignorant. We are trained to be that. And we're doing it in ways where people don't understand that, listen, we went to day school. They taught us this. And you think that we supposed to get out here in the free world and just know what we doing? This is coercion, bro. They are forcing us to take and do certain things based off the environment that we're pushed in through finances. When you don't have a certain type of money, you can't live in a certain type of area. And when you don't live in a certain type of area, you grow up seeing certain things and doing certain things, and your environment has a lot to do with the decisions that you make. Oh, this is a screenplay, bro. Everything's going according to plan. Everything from religion to money, you know what I'm saying? Our day-to-day activities, everything in this world up until today, it doesn't work for people. Give a damn what color you are. Black people, white people, brown people, Spanish, everybody. We're under this same oppression, bro. And if you think you ain't, something's wrong with you. I told y'all, the higher ups operate through bloodline. You're not a part of the bloodline, for one. For two, we can start this all over and reset. All we got to do is stop complying. That's it. Why is it we have to let them tell us oh, this is a holiday. Because Juneteenth became a holiday once it was being able to be monetized. Oh, I never heard about Juneteenth when I was in school. Have y'all? And it's been around before we was even born. We still allow these people to educate us. We still allow these people to regulate our school systems, regulate our food systems, prison systems, monetary systems. It's more people than it is them. And let me let you on a little secret. At the very, 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 very top of this pyramid, it is less than 100 people that's running the world, Craig. How does that sound? You cannot get to that point unless you are putting people in strenuous situations. You know what I'm saying? Miseducating them. You know what I'm saying? Putting them in a situation where they can't win. You have to understand the matrix is there so that they can take natural things or unnatural things and make them seem natural. They're changing the way God put us here to live. And this is why I be telling, church folks and religious folks and all these things, how you gonna let them do this if you so-called represent your father? If you go to church every Sunday, you represent your father. You know this, that. You gonna let them come take the plants that God put us here, the Father, to live off of? You gonna let them steal our education and regurgitate it in a way where we're misled? Like, come on, bro. I'm not afraid of the things that, like, most people are. That's why I talk the way I talk. That's why I created Ubuntu. This is not just a word. When you see that logo, that's the men. That's one man, two man, that's the third man, that's the fourth man. With guns up, protecting the children and the women. You see that? Oh yeah, this ain't just no clothing line. This is life. Ubuntu, I am. Because we are. I can't do nothing without y'all. Y'all can't do nothing without me. We can't do nothing without we. This is no individualistic situation. They go to four men holding the guns up, protecting the women and children. You see it? They go to the gun and the man, and they got each other back. So what I'm telling y'all is this. Study the laws, man. These are laws that they've kept from us, the karmatic laws, law of attraction, as above, so below. I'll do a whole nother video on that. But I want y'all to study our laws. Study the 42 laws of Mayat. I told y'all this is where they stole the 10 Commandments from. I'm trying to educate people, okay? Because what's going on up until today, none of it's worked. None of it's working. None of it never will work for people. We are the 2024 peasants. And if you go back, right, in back in the days, the peasants, they were the most dumbest people. And I'm not calling people dumb or ignorant, but you are in the position you're in when it comes to knowledge based off the people that's running the world. So it's not your fault, but I do need you to wake up and understand that you're in the matrix. You're wrapped up. You know what I'm saying? We're going to work for people we don't even know. And do it for 30 and 20, 30, 40 years. We never met the owners. These systems have been put in place to keep us enslaved. I told you, you can only free a slave unless he or she knows they're in bondage. And a lot of us don't know or even think we're in bondage. So listen, man, this is this page, my page is here as a community page. We're here to learn. You know what I'm saying? We're here to, exchange information because we're all in the same boat, whether you believe it or not, whether you think it or not. And like I say, within the matrix, it's only when a person with no money is saw that as a person you can belittle. Oh, you ain't got no money. In the matrix, but in the real world, as long as you got your health, you can see, you can go about and go get food, bring to your family, you rich. So you have to redefine these words and terms that they put on us in the matrix, because outside the matrix or outside the box, it doesn't work. And this is why they don't like people outside the box. They don't like people that ask questions. Okay? So with that being said, I ain't want to make this video that long, man. You know what I'm saying? Please share this video. Put your comments. You know what I'm saying? This is a community for all of us to learn from, bro. And I love y'all. That's just what it is. Okay? And like I say, man, In order for you to be found, you must first be lost. It's your boy Paul Duck. I will holler at y'all on the next video. Peace.